In this match, I'm going to be playing my Darkrai Hydreigon deck against I don't really know what to call it, a variety of different Pokemon. And so you'll see as soon as we get started. It's a little bit of everything: Terrakion, Ho-Oh, Mewtwo, and I think there's some others as well. So, looking at my starting hand, it's not very good. I don't want to have to Juniper away Hydreigon. I can't really use Bianca with so many cards in my hand, and I don't have energy. And I really draw into nothing useful. The only card I can actually play is Juniper. So I think we're just going to have to take a chance, and hopefully I'll be able to get into a Super Rod and get that Hydreigon back in. And, well, I drew into another one, no candy, but we can still make this work, I'm thinking. I'm going to use Ultra Ball, and since I have Dark Patch, I could easily throw out the Dark Energy. Oh, this is an earlier version of my Darkrai Hydreigon deck when I had Revive in it, when I only had 2 Darkrai. Newer versions of the deck do have 3 Darkrai in it, so it's much more ideal. This is an older video, but like I said, this is a very interesting deck that I'm playing, and so I thought I'd show it off. Sigilyph is a big part of my opponent's deck as well. Sigilyph prevents all attacks from any EX Pokemon, which means my Darkrai can't touch it. Now, if I remember how Sigilyph is worded, while the damage done by Darkrai can't hit it, if I do Night Spear with Darkrai, I can still hit the bench. But I'm not quite sure about that ruling. Again, I just have to read the card and see. But I'm pretty sure that's how it reads. In fact, am I going to zoom in on it? Nope. Okay, so he attaches, passes, and, well, looks like I can, I'll definitely play that second Deino, and, play my Bianca and hope for a candy. And no candy. Interestingly enough, I should have attached to the active and junk hunt some while I could, but for some reason I decided not to do that. Looks like I super rodded in the Hydreigons. Again, I really don't know why I did that. Now, I am playing the random receiver right now just to get it in the discard pile so I can junk hunt for it later. So that's a good play. Again, I'm really not sure why I didn't attach that blend to the active so I could retreat and start getting some of my trainers back. It's probably a huge misplay on my part that I'm going to regret later. Like I said, this game is older, so I don't remember many of the details of this match. So he plays Pokemon Catcher, and I'm thinking I'm going to catch her up. Oh, nice, taking that Deino. Gonna take it out because it has the blend energy attached. I can't use Dark Patch on special energy, so if he can get those in the discard pile, that's gonna hurt. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't knock me out, or unfortunately for him. Maybe he forgot that I do have Psychic Resistance, and so maybe it wouldn't have been a knockout. I forget exactly how much damage it can do, but yeah, perhaps it was something along those lines. So I'm going to attach to my Darkrai, and predicament. Do I Juniper? Since I did use a Super Rod, I decided to go for the N. Still can't hit as well as a Level Ball for as well as or a Rare Candy Hydreigon. So this is what's really hurting me, is that I cannot get my Hydreigon on a very fast setup. So here I am looking at my discard pile. I do decide to play a Mewtwo since he played his Mewtwo, mainly for intimidation, and I threw that Eviolite on it just to kind of show it, I guess, make it myself a little bit harder to knock out. So definitely going to go for the Level Ball to get his Wellis out. And, well, interesting. I like the N in my hand, so I really don't need another one. Could catch her, and if I can get the Candy Hydreigon, I could play around with Mewtwo and catch her up as Mewtwo and get an early knockout, which that would be awesome. But I end up going for the Dark Patch. I'm thinking that when I end it back in, maybe it's just a resource I can use later. That's my logic. And now he plays a Terrakion, so that concerns me with my Darkrai for obvious reasons. It looks like he attached another energy to Mewtwo, which means he's got a DCE and a something else on the Mewtwo, so he's hitting for quite a bit right now, and is now going to play Juniper. Throws out a lot of energy, and a metal energy as well. So here's where I start to wonder, what's with all the different types of energy, and soon you'll see what the purpose of all the different types of energy are. But for now, since he attached that Mewtwo, he's pretty much just going to leave that Sigilyph active, or no, he's going to play the energy switch, so it looks like he's going to do some attacking. I'm pretty sure, I think it does 60 plus 10 more for each energy attached to the defending Pokemon. Oh! Didn't expect to see that, so he energy switched to get rid of that one and then hit me with Mewtwo. Very, very odd. Like I said, was not expecting that in the slightest. So here's what I need to do. I probably need to bench that second Mewtwo in case he wants to start a Mewtwo war with a second Eviolite on it. Use Lava Ball to get his Zweilous in play, attach the Blend Energy to something, and then N, and hope that I can get a Candy Hydreigon for the other Deino that I didn't just evolve. So, looks like I'm going to attach the Blend to Darkrai. And, yeah, see, I can see all what the move that I should do clearly now, but let's see if I actually saw it during the time. So, looks like I do. I see I get the Mewtwo with the Eviolite, and going for the Zweilous. Now, probability says that by now, that N of 6 should get me a Candy and a Hydreigon. But probability doesn't always like me. So, unfortunately, I don't have the well, without the Hydreigon, I can't move stuff around. So it looks like I'm going to just Junk Hunt, get some more stuff out from my deck and into my hand, and pretty much go from there. I realize that I threw out those max potions early. I'm probably going to want those eventually. So let's just, probably not going to need the revive. The catcher's useful. I already have the Dart Patch in hand. I've got a Juniper, so, I mean, once I get the Hydreigon in play, I really don't need the other Hydreigon, so I really don't need a random receiver. So it looks like I went for a Max Potion and a Catcher. So, feeling alright at this point. He plays random receiver, and there's when I see the Ho-Oh. So that's why we're seeing all sorts of different types of energy. Ho-Oh's got a really cool ability that works from the discard pile. If Ho-Oh's in the discard pile, you can flip a coin once during your turn. If you hit heads, you put Ho-Oh on your bench and you attach up to 3 different types of basic energy from your discard pile to it. So and what throws me off is that he also runs Tornadus. So Ho-Oh is a deck that, because it runs every single type of basic energy, makes it very techable. So he flips, he gets the heads on Ho-Oh, and he's got a fully loaded Ho-Oh ready to go. Rainbow Burn is pretty cool. Does 20 plus 20 more for each basic or different basic energy that's attached. But it looks like he's actually just going to use them to get energy on the field. And he, seeing that Darkrai, very smartly, is going to energy switch those over to Terrakion to... Well, it's pretty much a deterrent from me attacking with Darkrai. All he has to do is attach one more energy, comes up and just takes a nice easy kill. I've already attached 2 Eviolite to my Mewtwo, so chances are I don't have any, or the chances are he's going to guess that I don't have any more Eviolite in the deck. Yeah, this deck typically just runs 2 at the most. So, looks like... I'm not quite sure what all that's about. He switched, and then he discarded the DCE to go back to Mewtwo, and he's going to take out the Sableye. So I'm just going to promote a Darkrai for now, mainly because it has the energy. Here's where I finally hit the rare candy. Now here's the question. I don't really need another, the other Hydreigon in play, but I don't know, it could be useful. So I go ahead and use the Dart Patch on that Deino, Looks like I do use the rare candy just to burn it, get it out of out of my hands, so I can draw into some useful stuff. And what I need to do is just start the Mewtwo war and retreat, Dark Trans some energy onto Mewtwo, and take it out. Let's see if that's what I end up doing. Yeah, I go ahead and attach the Dark. I retreat. So I need 3 on my Mewtwo to be able to knock out his Mewtwo with the Eviolite. And now I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I really want to play for my hand. I'm pretty content at the moment, so I'm just going to do X-Ball for the knockout. So now he promotes a Sigilyph, which now I have to really heavily rely on my catchers because I can't touch him with that Sigilyph. Now, if I remember right, I lose this game, which is kind of funny because I appear to be at a very good advantage right now. So the question is what does he do to put himself back in the upper hand position? Looks like he's Ultra Balling. He threw out an N and a Fire Energy for a Mewtwo. Very smart idea. Keeping up the Mewtwo war, just make it more difficult. And there's another N. So basically, if I mean, this is where he may actually get the upper hand, is if I pull into crap. Which, my mistake last turn is I should have level balled for a Sableye to get that onto the field, because had I done that and run into the situation you see here, where I don't have a supporter in hand, I could have junk hunted for a random receiver to be able to get a supporter the next turn if he was deciding to, try and stall me with Sigilyph. So, looks like he uses it to retreat, and he's going to retaliate. Oh! So here's the where he gets the upper hand back. Is he's going to catcher up that Darkrai and retaliate for 180, take 2 prizes. So that really hurts. And that also took my blend energy out, or one of my blend energies. And it also took away what gave me free retreat. So now I need to choose very carefully what I promote. I can't knock him out in one shot. At least I don't think I can. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I'm only doing 80 to him. However, I mean, I can just Dark Trans the energy on, and catcher up the other Mewtwo to take another 2 prizes. If he has another Mewtwo with the DCE, yeah, that will pretty much kill me, but that may be a chance I have to take. And I feel like that's where I misplay, is I don't take that chance that he doesn't have another Mewtwo. He has gone through quite a bit of his deck already, and I feel like I just go for something else. And that's, yeah, I need to catcher up that Mewtwo on the bench and knock it out. That'll put me at 2 prizes to his 3. And, yeah, see, I just X-Ball for the active, and not a good play. Like I said, I really needed to take out that Mewtwo on the bench and just put the pressure on him to dig through his deck and be able to come back at me. Let's see what he ends up doing. Ultra Ball. And so, threw out a Ho-Oh, and he goes for another Terrakion. He threw out a Ho-Oh and a Fighting, I think. So, yeah, that's intimidating. Another Terrakion. I certainly don't want to be benching another Darkrai anytime soon. I don't really have another Darkrai to bench. And plays a Bianca, and this is what I love, this Bianca card, because he's going to get to Bianca for 5 right now. So, no, 6. He actually gets a Bianca for 6. And looks like he is running 4 Energy Switch, because I feel like he's been playing quite a few of them. Plays a Switch, gets up to the Mewtwo, and knocks me out. So again, huge misplay last turn by not knocking his Mewtwo out with the catcher. Just, that's where I lost the game. So I point out my misplays because I hope that Other people can learn from my mistakes as well as myself. And right now, I mean, I have no supporter. Well, there's a random receiver, so I may be able to draw into something. But I'm not looking good at all. I need dark patches. I need Darkrai. I need lots of stuff on the field right now. And he's only got to take one more prize. It's not looking good in the slightest for me. So I hit a Juniper. I need to go ahead and I guess just Ultra Ball the Rare Candy and the Max Potion out, since I'm not going to have any use for those. I go for a Sableye, which I don't know why I go for a Sableye. I need Darkrai for free retreat. And, yeah, see, I could have just used a level ball on that. So, maybe I can, that catcher will stall him for a little bit, and, yeah. But, it's really not looking good. I can attach, I use the Dark Patch. I mean, I can move energy up to Mewtwo and do some damage, but he's got a Mewtwo and he's got the other Mewtwo on the bench. Without another catcher, yeah, and again, stupid me should have used the catcher on the bench Mewtwo. I mean, a Retaliate Terrakion was probably going to happen, but for some reason I just keep on, I'm not focusing enough on, the Mewtwo War. The Mewtwo War is very, very important in this format, and, yeah, I'm just I'm misplaying all over the place. Had I used the catcher that, I previously had in my hand I mean, yeah, I would be playing two of them, but, had I used it, brought that Mewtwo up, could have taken two prizes, and, if he had the catcher for the game, he had the catcher for the game. But, would have at least made things a little bit more interesting, and, put the prize count a little closer. So, he does have the catcher anyway, so, it really wouldn't have mattered. It was that earlier, misplay of not hitting the catcher or not using the catcher on the bench Mewtwo that really screwed me up. So, hope you guys enjoyed this very interesting deck. This is pretty much a very teched out Ho-Oh. Focus on the Terrakion and Mewtwo, but very good deck and very well played by him, not by me.